The train, introduced in Chapter 5, and not a bad spot to land, as it can be anywhere at the start of the game. So, I decided to drop on the train 50 times. Stay tuned to see what happened. My camera gave me some trouble when recording the start of the game number 1, so I was able to start it before we got off the train. But the candy cane, it didn't stand a chance, and we didn't stand a chance as well. Game number 2. We landed on the train, and my brother immediately died. And I was able to pick up his reboot card after he was able to get off the train, and I jumped into the water, and that's why you never jump, kids. Game number 3, I landed on the train, got off near Hazy Hills after getting into a fight. Eventually we camped for a little bit and got what was coming for us. In game number 4, we landed on the train. Then eventually intruders came, but my brother was able to take care of them. We then sat inside a present.
We will be the present.
It then got down to a 2v1 where my brother took care of the last player so we could get our first win of the video. In game number 5, we went on the train, took care of business on and off the train, camped at the lake a little bit, drove a car across the lake, and eventually got caught lacking near Reckless Railways into a 4th place finish. I decided to roll solo for game number 6, and I missed the train. So I went on a little chase to get the train, and it was looted. So I just decided to loot up the station. Eventually I found myself back at the train where I met my fate. Back in solos for game 7, I got into a little skirmish on the train and won. Get into a fight just outside of the train tracks. I get onto the island and kill a person there. And a couple more kills later, it's a 1v1, in which of course, I win. Game number 8, I'm fresh from looting the train, minding my own business, and a tiger comes over and says hello. I forgot to record game 9, but I did get 97th place. In game 10, I kinda stayed on the train for a little too long, 57th place.
Seems about right. That's just what's happened to me.
In game number 11, I didn't want to stay on the train for too long, and got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, never mind. In game number 12, I landed on the train. I killed who I needed to kill, found the llama, kept my foot on the gas pedal, getting kill after kill after kill. Then a 1v1 comes, and it's an intense battle that goes all the way to Snooty Steeps. I'm just trying to keep my health up the best I can as I keep running, but you can't run forever, so I lost. Game 13, 13th place. In game number 14, this guy escaped. I eventually left the train behind, got 1, 2, 3, 4 kills, and before it could have even been a 1v1, I was someone's elimination. Game number 15, another 97th place. In game number 16, I had to honor that 97th place, so I wore a football skin with 97 on it. I then proceeded to get 90th place. In game number 17, got another go at it, and this time, we were able to leave the train. I got a few elims by the lake, and then got eliminated by the lake as well. In game number 18, I landed on the train, took 2 people out, then later on the train I got attacked. They didn't stand a chance, and got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 more kills to secure the dough with Dexter Lorman. Game number 19, back with my brother, and looking for the back-to-back. It was looking promising as my brother was getting kill after kill after kill, carrying me all the way to a 2v1, and then after he went down, it was all up to me. And then...
Oh, fuck. No.
We lost. After that heartbreaker, I took it personal, getting 3 kills, and as we were running for that circle, my brother goes down. It then becomes a 1v1 where I was locked in, and we got that dub. In game number 21, I'm back in solos looking for the back-to-back dubs, but as 12 players are left, someone sneaks into my bunk and eliminates me. Back in duos for game number 22. We had a nice peaceful train ride, and to end this uneventful game, we lost. Another peaceful train ride in game 23, but this time we end up getting a couple of elims. My brother hired a guy to help us out, couple more elims. Oh baby, look at this loot! And then came in second. Another 0 elims on the train in game number 24. And then we find a llama and got attacked. But we took care of business. We then go on a rampage with combined 12 elims before we get third. In game number 25, we're halfway there, whoa, and back in solos, yeah. And what a good way to celebrate it by getting ambushed on the train. Don't worry, I took care of business. After that, I got a good 5 more elims. And as I was peacefully walking out of a house that I did definitely intrude on, I got blasted by snowballs. In game number 26, I got on the train, looted the small chest, and before I could enjoy what was awaiting me in the big chest, I got eliminated. In game number 27, I had a near-death experience. That was horrifying. And that ended up propelling me to go and get the whip. Sorry. A total death experience. In game number 28, I get 2 elims on the train. And while I'm scavenging and roaming around the map, the footage cuts out. I got 7th place in the result of this game. In game 29, I was tired of all the losing. So here we go. A kill montage. Honestly, I want to keep him alive longer, but I totally forgot you could do that with chickens. There we go, there we go. What? And just not knowing when to just move on. What was that guy doing? And he's dead. And he's dead. Damn, there it is, W. Back in duos for game number 30, where we killed 2 people once we were fresh off the train. Chased down a few more eliminations before we decided to take a breather in a small shack. Quickly after we were forced out of our small shack, we ourselves got eliminated. Game number 31. We couldn't even make it up the train. In game 32, I decided to cook up some burgers on the train to fuel us up. And look! It looks like the burgers have fueled us up. We are somehow still alive, sliding down this mountain. Not a lot of health. But the burgers were the answer. We're going to win. Never mind. Back in solos for game 33, looking for revenge. And I just suck. In game number 34, we cut it close with the first battle. And then I don't let that happen again, getting 9 more elims, heading into the final 2, where I get shot before I can even place a wall down. And I lose. In game number 35, it starts out with an elim on the train, and ends with me getting eliminated just outside of fencing fields. In game number 36, I took the long route to get to the train, accidentally jumping out of the battle bus a little too early. I didn't even stand a chance once I stepped down the train. Game number 37 started out at Reckless Railways. I somehow managed to make it out of there alive and had to chase the train. I then eliminated a boss and found a vault, which helped me get to a 1v1, but not a number 1 victory royale. Back with my brother in game 38, and it was boring. Aside from a few elims, but once 13 people were left, we made it entertaining with a couple more elims, and my brother had to finish the game, and after clawing his way back out of the storm, he got the final elimination and we won! In game 39, after that boost of confidence, we decided to have the most boring 9th place finish you may ever witness, mainly because we had to be AFK for a little bit. Game 40, forgot to record and got 30th. Back to the good old solos for game number 41. Where I land on a train, try to survive, and place 18th. In game 42, I did the same thing, but got absolutely blasted on the train. In game 43, if you wanted to know what happened in that game, I got 7th. Game 44 started off with an elimination on the train. I then hunted down a person trying to get loot from the cache and hid in the hut next to it until I had to leave. I then managed to get 3 more eliminations before I was in a 1v1, which I eventually lost. Game number 45 saw me get 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 eliminations before I was taken out myself. In game number 46, I was seen as a threat, so I was immediately taken out by a cache flip. In game number 47, I landed on a train, hid in a bunker, rifted to a gas station, swam in a lake, went to ruin reels, and then got eliminated by the side of a river. That game was to show cache flip how non-threatening I am. In my final solo game, which was game 48, it was so boring until I saw this cache. Nice. I'm gonna get some great loot. Oh no, someone's here. Phew. Took care of him. Let's heal. Oh no, more people. So, alright. While I was running, someone was getting a little power hungry and chased me all the way to a tiny island where I finally got to take a breather. Headed back into the circle and finally got to a 1v1. And after a long fight, I prevailed. I won, and those caches are dangerous. Back with my brother for game number 49, a game where I showed him a bunker that I had discovered, and then we got into a few skirmishes. The final one was where I got knocked, and then shortly after my brother had been eliminated, so 5th place. And here we are, game number 50, the final game, and it was fun to land on the train for 50 times, but it's sad that it does have to come to an end. Anyways, Reckless Railways became reckless real fast, and luckily we are the experts on the train, so we took care of them pretty quickly and easily. We then got off the train for one last time, and we found ourselves back at Reckless Railways before we decided to ditch, and karma came, but I was able to res my brother, and then he immediately became a reboot card afterwards. So I rebooted him in a safe place, got a couple more elims, and did all of that for nothing as we got 2nd place. And there it was, the train 50 drops.
I have an idea.
What is it?
How about a buy 50 games, get one free special for the holidays?
You know what? That sounds great. So, we decided to see how long we can last on the train. And so it began. Surprisingly, we had to fight nobody, as no one even decided to come on the train this game. And we didn't even hit the storm until there were 28 people left. While we were in the storm, we healed and we healed. A lot. Finally leaving the storm with 11 people left. And once we entered the storm for the last time, it was a 2-tick. And then, I'll let the rest speak for itself.
Let's hope we can. It's a 5-tick? I don't know if we can do it. No, since it's a 5-tick, I got nothing. Let me heal you. Use the med kit. We got 2nd!
And so, it concludes. 51 drops directly onto the train. And it was fun doing this. And if you want to check out our 20 drops, do so here. And I hope you enjoyed this video. And I'll see you guys later. Bye!